This is a really scary prospect of the future, where if everything you own, the car you drive, the phone you use, etc., is all controlled by Wi-Fi, what happens if they just shut it off one day? It's not even own nothing and be happy, it's own nothing and be miserable. This is a video from a channel, Level 2 Jeff, called I Won't Connect My Dishwasher to Your Stupid Cloud. This blew me away.
This weekend I had to buy a new dishwasher because our old GE died. I bought a BOSCH 500 series because that's what Consumer Reports recommended, and more importantly, I could find one in stock. After my dad and I got it installed, I went to run a rinse cycle only to find that, along with features like delayed start and eco mode, require an app. Not only that, to use the app, you have to connect your dishwasher to Wi-Fi, set up a cloud account in something called Home Connect, and then, and only then, can you start using all the features on the dishwasher. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't ever want to create an account for a dishwasher. I want to put dishes in the dishwasher, clean them, and then take them out. I don't want to have a cloud account for that. That seems ridiculous. Like, I can understand for a video doorbell, you might have a cloud service where the video doorbell gets footage. You might be on vacation somewhere, somebody rings the doorbell, you want to see that, is it somebody dropping off a package so you can call your neighbor and have him pick it up? Or is it like a robber or whatever? I get that, okay? A dishwasher, I'm not going to remote control my dishwasher and run a rinse cycle while I'm on vacation or something. I don't need internet on my dishwasher. Another option is somebody has reverse engineered this protocol and they made a thing called HCPY, Home Connect Python.
Imagine this, having to hack your own f***ing dishwasher just to get around the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi mandate.
I already spent like 4 hours getting this thing installed into my kitchen, and we just want to run different rinse cycles and wash cycles and things. I don't want to spend another 4 to 6 hours setting up an integration with something just so that I can set up my own app or my own little web interface for this thing.
He's addressing a great point here that I also brought up in my Ring camera video. And this was something I said kind of facetiously, not thinking that it was actually this close to happening in real life. And I made the analogy of how ridiculous it would be if there was some Wi-Fi mandate on your fridge. This is pretty close. It's a different kitchen appliance, but I made the analogy that if your fridge was putting the same software limitations on the hardware, like with the Ring camera where it says I can only use the home and away mode and access the motion schedules at a certain time, I couldn't just manually turn on home and away mode when I personally saw fit. That would be sort of like me not being able to open the fridge door whenever I wanted unless it was on a certain schedule or unless I paid for the premium thing. The way they get you, as we're seeing with this gentleman with his dishwasher, is he's already spent so much time getting the new dishwasher. He's already spent the money. They've already lugged the heavy thing into the house and installed it into the kitchen. He has a family with 5 kids, so it's a matter of urgency. He needs a dishwasher. He cannot have a dishwasher. He needs one right now. And once you hook it up and you've already paid for it, that's when you find out that there's all these strings attached where to run a rinse cycle, you need to have Wi-Fi. Now, he could go through the pain of and the inconvenience of trying to return this to the store and get a new one and swap it out and do the research to make sure that the new one he gets doesn't have this Wi-Fi demand, but it's going to be even more time that he's sunk into it. It's going to be even more, money that he's spending, on and on and on, the inconvenience. Or he can just take it. Fine, I'll download the app. Fine, I'll make an account. Fine, I'll connect to the Wi-Fi. Fine, I'll give you my data. This is the exact situation I was in with the Ring camera. The issue I had with the Ring camera was that you're charging me $5 a month or whatever for the Ring Home Plus, whatever it is, and I'm able to look at the footage and view the camera remotely when I'm not home, and it alerts me if someone is at my home or whatever. But then they more than doubled the price about a year after I bought the thing. And in order for me to have access to the home and away buttons again, I had to pay the extra money they were demanding of me. So they took away features after the fact that I already had before. So I have really no choice. I either have to just take it and pay the new price you want me to pay, or go through the hassle of deleting the app, deleting my account, throwing this camera in the garbage essentially and creating e-waste, and going out there and doing research to find a new camera, order a new one, familiarize myself with a new app, and even with that new camera, now I have to hope that that company isn't going to do the same thing with that camera a year from now. So this is the exact situation this gentleman is in. The only way, I guess, with the dishwasher that you could avoid it is to just buy a dishwasher that doesn't even have Wi-Fi capability at all. It's just remarkable and unbelievable to me that they've got to a point where they have the balls to put Wi-Fi into a dishwasher. It's just such a blatant, like, we want your data that it doesn't even make sense. Or it's like a backdoor into being like, yeah, in the future, you're going to have to pay a monthly subscription to run a rinse cycle. America, baby. I truly never cease to be surprised by the greed and the hubris and the audacity of these companies that they could sit there around a table in a boardroom and go, you know what we should do? Software lock different features in a dishwasher behind Wi-Fi. And then in the future, maybe there will be an opportunity for us to take away those same features that you initially just needed Wi-Fi and an account on the app for. But now that you're already in our ecosystem and you already have the app and you're already used to using it, well, now it costs a little bit of money too. It's so beautiful. This is one of those situations where I just have to remind people yet again that the only way out of this dystopian hellhole is to just simply vote with your wallet. I'll admit, that gets harder and harder to do because our wallets are increasingly under pressure. If every dishwasher has this type of feature where it needs Wi-Fi, then it's kind of hard to vote with your wallet and say, I want the dishwasher that doesn't have Wi-Fi. It's limiting your actual choice. And I think I even said this in my Ring video, that one day someone's gonna come along and invent a car where there's no features that like require an app or are software locked. You just get the car when you buy it and it's yours and that's it. And it's going to be like a revolutionary idea. And we're going in a circle of just like, there's no innovation. We're just like, we're uninnovating, you know, we're de-innovating. Again, it's easier said than done. I'm trying to do my part by at least just trying to bring more awareness to it because in my opinion, it's just complete nonsense. It's madness. It's pure madness. It actually gets worse. Just to show you how widespread this issue is and how pervasive this software locking bullshit issue is, Louis Rossmann 2 days ago uploaded this video called I Thought I Bought a Camera, but no, DJI sold me a license to use their camera. Let's watch this.
Never mind, this piece of shit tricked me. I thought it would work. But check this out. Watch what happens when I turn it on again. DJI. But it doesn't turn on the camera immediately to where I can use it. Activate before use. Skip 3 times remaining. So I have to scan the QR code to download a fucking app in order to use what is essentially a fancy dash cam. Skip 3 times remaining. How very Christian of you, sir, to let me use my camera 3 more times before I download an app.
You can't even make this shit up. First, the problem was right to repair, where you buy something and all of the parts that make up the thing are owned by Apple, for example, and it's some proprietary screw or some proprietary cable or glass or whatever it is that they don't make available to third-party repair shops. So if you need a repair, you have to go to Apple, which means they're allowed to charge whatever they want for it. And of course, they charge such an exorbitant price that you're probably better off just getting a new phone at that point because conveniently, they release a new phone every year. And we even know that in the past, Apple was purposely making the older phones slower when the new phones or the new software update or whatever came out. To add to that, like, okay, well, I guess I'll just get a new phone feeling. Now the issue isn't even, oh, I don't have the right to repair my own thing where I want to go to repair it. Now the issue is you don't even own the thing that you also don't have the right to repair. Now it's you buy the thing, but it doesn't work unless you're paying a subscription. It's basically a paperweight unless you agree to pay the subscription for it. There's no other word for this than just bullshit. And don't say capitalism. All the people who are f***ing poor themselves, who love to come in here and defend billionaires and defend, you know, these companies. Well, this is just capitalism. They found a way. No, this is not capitalism. This is f***ery. That's what this is. If buying doesn't equate to ownership, then piracy doesn't equate to stealing. Let's be fair about it.
I don't even own the camera. I have a limited license to use it as they say I can. Like, read this shit. Binding arbitration and no... Oh, fuck this.
Binding arbitration and no class action. You can't be involved in a class action if you click agree on the app and you're agreeing to binding arbitration. It's so crazy how it's like, even if a company does something wrong, they're able to just like settle, aka pay their way out of actual consequences, out of wrongdoing. You can buy your way out of consequences for scamming, crime, etc., 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 you name it. This is a really scary prospect of the future where if everything you own, the car you drive, the phone you use, etc., is all controlled by Wi-Fi, what happens if they just shut it off one day? I don't just mean shut off the internet or shut off the Wi-Fi, which I worry to think what would happen if that happened. Let's say you have a Google account and you have Google Drive and Google Docs and Gmail. If Google, for whatever reason, one day decides to just delete your Google account, what can you do? Your life is effectively erased. Think about how much work you might have in Google Drive. Think about the emails that you might have in Gmail. They could just erase you. If you're driving your car and it's an electric car and they blacklist your vehicle VIN number or whatever, or your account, and now the car doesn't start, or now the charging station doesn't work because the charging station knows that when it connects to your specific serial number of car, not to charge because you've been a bad boy or whatever it is. It's not even own nothing and be happy. It's own nothing and be miserable. But wait, it gets worse. Here's another video from a month ago by Louis Rossmann. HP update bricks printers with genuine ink, then offers coupon codes towards buying a new printer.
HP recently pushed out a firmware update to many people's printers that disable their ability to print even if you're using a genuine HP cartridge. It's related to this thing called dynamic security. For those of you who are not aware of what dynamic security is, it's a feature that is described by the CEO of his HP as something that's supposed to protect customers from viruses that could be injected into third-party cartridges and used to gain persistent and full control of the printer. Something that's important to note is that there are no documented cases to my knowledge and to anybody that I know's knowledge of this ever occurring.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Who the hell would try to hack someone's printer? If I'm connected to my printer from my laptop via Wi-Fi, how does putting a virus into my printer or malware into my printer help them gain control of my laptop? That makes no sense.
The only way that you are going to get a virus from your ink cartridge is not through the computer, but if you take the ink out of the printer and start drinking it or something. You may get sick from that, but you're not going to get a computer virus as a result of using a third-party ink cartridge or any other type of ink cartridge. And if we're on the subject of there being a way to get a virus from your printer, the only reason that this attack vector even exists is because your printer's ink cartridge has a chip in it that has all this stuff so that your computer can verify that you're using a genuine cartridge to begin with.
Exactly. Create the problem, sell the solution. Third-party ink cartridges might give you a virus. Okay, well, how does the printer know that it's from a third party? Oh, because we've outfitted the printer with chips so that it knows whether you're using our actual ones or not. Okay, so if that just wasn't a factor and ink was just ink, this wouldn't be an issue at all? Yeah, okay.
This person said that they wanted them to pay $100 for tech support, which is more than they paid for the printer. And one of my personal favorites is I called HP support and they told me the problem is with the printer and not the firmware update, and that they will give me a voucher to spend at HP.
It's more expensive to fix it than it is to actually just like trash the thing entirely. Or rather than fixing it, they'll offer you a voucher to buy a new one so you can stay on the hamster wheel. You gotta love it. Printers, cameras, now dishwashers. As the saying goes, if I didn't laugh, I would cry.
If your printer prints when you get it, you're good. This is not a video game. You're not getting additional DLC content or something like that. Your printer is fine as it is. Don't update the printer. Just don't do it.
I found this video when I was searching up Lewis's video, and it's from The Onion, which is a famous, parody news, that it's fake news. The video is called HP Offers That Cloud Thing Everyone is Talking About. This video was uploaded 12 years ago.
Hewlett-Packard is known for their basic, affordable, no-frills computers, but that doesn't mean they can't keep up with the latest technology. In a press release yesterday, HP said, quote, "We are excited to begin offering that cloud thing that everyone is talking about. We definitely have the cloud on our computers, and it is better than anyone else's cloud." Earlier today, I sat down with HP spokesman Gary Klinman, who said the company couldn't wait to show people, quote, how they do their cloud stuff.
We are absolutely thrilled that now people with computers or phones, both, will now be able to back things up to the cloud. And yes, and that's definitely something that people do, and they will be doing it with HP.
It's so funny that this was a video that came out almost 13 years ago, and it's making fun of how absurd it is that these companies were so into just the cloud. Like cloud was like the buzzword of the day, for new tech. And now in 2025, your dishwasher needs Wi-Fi.